I'm about to make the shittest video and no one will watch it. Hi, I'm Marty and today, welcome to episode 20 of this series that I do, Story Time, where I tell you a story that actually happened. However, unlike the channel actually happened, my stories are actually motherfucking true. So last time I told you about the time I was trying to catch up with Unis Honest. Man, that was such a challenge. And do you want to know what else was a challenge and still is? Lockdown. Yes, I know this one may sound like a bit of a cop-out, but like I said on Instagram, you don't need to have a brain to know what it was going to be about. COVID-19. It's so big, the only people who don't understand it are babies. But just in case there is someone out there who doesn't know what it is, somehow, let me explain. The coronavirus is a deadly virus, well, hence the name coronavirus, that apparently came from bat soup and foreign countries messing with wild animals from around the world. The whole thing isn't dangerous, it's just the red particles on the outside is what does the damage. It started on the 31st of December 2019 when the very first person fell victim to it in China, where it started. In January and February it was mostly in China. I get notification for news on my phone and tablet. One day a thing popped up talking about how people in China are dying because of some new virus. I think I speak for all of us when I say I was so naive. I thought to myself, that's never going to get us. China's not even close to us. Oops. But at the same time, I reckon that's what everyone thought. Yes, even Boris himself. People say how apparently he knew about the virus before it happened. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that for a second. Because how? Every time someone says that, they don't actually prove it. I was actually starting to get a bit suspicious. So I tried Googling it and nothing. All these videos, news articles and people leaking information on the internet and not a trace of any knowledge whether Boris did know but this whole thing was going to happen. I'm not being funny, but if Boris did know it was going to happen sooner, we would be able to find the evidence straight away. It's a lie. It's false. Boris did not know about it. No one knew about it beforehand what it actually was until the 12th of January. I did my research before writing this. The first UK victim wasn't until the 31st of January, a month after it started. On the 10th of February, the day after my birthday, a YouTuber called The Talentless Writer uploaded a video that is now deleted. More deleted videos. I think he got rid of it because it was mostly in China at the time. He was basically talking about the coronavirus and telling people to stop making drinking corona jokes. The message behind the video was to try and get people to shut up about it. Wait, what? I'm the talentless writer. I want people to stop talking about it. So what I'm going to do is make a video talking about the specific topic I don't want to hear people talking about. Fucking goggle-eyed, squarehead. When he gets older, he's going to look like that old man from Up. Victoria wanted people to stop talking about it, and she didn't make a video on it. She gets it. Although I do feel like she overreacted a tad bit, because she was saying things like, people knew about this in September, and they didn't do anything about it. Which again, didn't show proof. Proof. What a rapper, God bless. She was also saying that we'll be dead by the time they find a cure. Which, we don't have a cure exactly, but we do have a vaccine, so we are getting there, kind of. Polosaurus Rex made a video of him trying Domino's Pizza, and he said that the person had to deliver it like a G, but contactless, because of it. Anyway, even Squire Jack brought it up in his video, which again is now deleted. On the 20th of March, that was the last day of my college before we split up for lockdown. And even the last day wasn't a proper day, because we didn't have lessons, there weren't as many people there, and we were just talking and chilling. And I think we even left a bit early as well. Even though China is fine now, lucky bastards, it wasn't until the 22nd of March, Bella's birthday, and weirdly enough the day that Season 6 of Friday Night Dinner editing was finished, when it was announced on the very next day, Jesus Christ already. The 23rd was when our lockdown began, with Boris Johnson, you know, the
right honourable gentleman all up and then you put up taxes on inheritance and pensions and corporations.
Man, he was on the teller explaining the rules such as stay at home, don't touch your face, social distancing 2 meters away from one another, only go out for shopping and only go shopping for essentials, no meeting other people that is not vital, not even family members. A few days before lockdown, Mum panicked bought a load of food from shops she doesn't normally go to. She claimed it wasn't panic buying, but it completely was. Some of it went completely to waste. Speaking of shops, when I went to the co-op, there was a sign outside on one of the windows that said 15 customers at a time.
I counted 22.
And when I entered, there was black and yellow tape on the floor, and that you could not cross in the queue at the front. While I was there, I did indeed see people wearing the face masks and that over their mouths. For exercise, I run around the house up and down anyway. But I did do different things in the garden during the lockdown. The first week of lockdown was horrible because not long after lockdown had started, my mum started to feel ill. She was sweating, her throat was hurting. I should have predicted it because she works for the NHS with the COVID-19 patients. But still, it was pure hell. And not only was my mum sick, but my mum and dad kept arguing. And then to top it off, I was being sent work that was telling me to do things that I was never taught or didn't know how to do. I know that sounds like I'm using it as an excuse, but I'm really not. It's true. When I need help, I need help. Because I have this disability. I wouldn't say nurses me, because I am capable of doing things on my own. But my mum sorts out the behind the scenes of what goes on in my life. And my dad as well. And because she was in bed for days, I could not ask for help. And my dad is not very good with some technology. The amount of times that he's phoned me up because he couldn't sort out the PlayStation out. So when I've got that going, along with the pair of them shouting at one another, I was just not in the mood with my work. So I had two choices: have my bursary and allowance get affected, or tell someone about my situation. So I rang my English teacher and explained to her what was going on in my personal life. I really struggled, but thankfully everyone was very good to me, from extending deadlines to telling me not to worry about the many things that all happened at once. However, all that aside, that was just the first week of lockdown. I'm fine now. I even talked about it in one of my Crash Nitro Kart videos. But I'm still barely managing with all my work. Not to get too deep and personal, I'm not going to start playing sad music deliberately, because that's just asking for attention in my opinion. But what I will say, because I'm vulnerable, because I have autism, IBD, if I caught COVID, I would just get shoved in the corner with all the other old people. They would not save me. They would just leave me to die, which I will admit is a bit unfair just because I have a mental disability, but I'm not an expert, so what do I know? But I have been losing sleep and haven't been eating much for the sake of getting my work done through April and May when lockdown was really bad. I'm genuinely surprised they didn't give the police the authority to fucking shoot you in the head if they refuse to follow the guidelines. But that's on me though, so I can't really blame anyone else but myself. But I do need to look after myself. Before this all started, people were complaining about overpopulation and how there's too many people, which I hate it when people say that, because they clearly have no idea what it's like to almost lose a family member. How would they like it if they lost someone very close to them, and other people saying, oh well, having less people is better anyway. I hope you get my point. By saying, oh, we need another plague, there's too many people in the world, we need to get rid of people, you're basically asking for innocent people who you don't even know and therefore haven't done shit to you to die. That is fucking horrible. I'm sorry, but you are a massive cunt if you say that. Right now, it's mostly the old people who suffer from dementia who are dying from it. Apparently we have passed the worst stage, which is nice. I wasn't able to leave the house until July because I'm on shielding because of my condition. I've always been dealt the short straw in terms of everything in my family. I have two conditions, I have glasses, I have spots and scabs on my head, face, neck, shoulders, chest, back, arms and legs. And arse too. And lastly, my teeth look like May's teeth from Ed, Edd and Eddy, where you'd have the two front teeth sticking out. Not long after my mum got ill, I got ill. Similar to what happened with my mum was going through. We thought it was COVID, but it was actually just tonsillitis. I had to keep taking a purple throat tablet, which, I'm not going to lie, the tablet was actually quite nice. It was like a purple sweet. In April, my English teacher, the same woman who I rang, asked me to write a diary about lockdown, which is actually where some of the things in this script was in the diary. So half of the script was already done prior. Even writing that was a pain because I was always getting distracted. I was supposed to come back to college in July, but then it got delayed until August. At first I was a bit confused.com because schools and colleges are normally shut in August, but it turns out the summer holiday was shortened because of the pandemic. But even then, it was still stupid. Like, what was the point? It was literally only a few days. You might as well just waited until September to send me back. Which is exactly what they ended up doing. They delayed it until the 23rd of September. That's why when you look at episode 3 of me reacting to my list, I said that I had another 2 weeks off. But no, Mum rang the college so we could get to the bottom of it. And that's when I found out it was going to be delayed again. This time it wasn't until October. Unbelievable. We split on the 20th of March, and I did not come back college until the 7th of October. Not only did the shielding make me miss the rest of term, but it also made me lose the chance to see the rest of the people who wouldn't come back next term. It made me miss a whole chunk of college. I didn't get to have my exams, so I decided to take another year. When I got on the bus for the first time in a long time, I could immediately notice the change. Signs on the seats, and the same thing for the bus station as well. And of course, I had to wear a face mask, which is already horrible. But because I wear glasses, I have to take them off because otherwise they'll get all fogged up to fuck. When I did the day in a life of me video, I mentioned how in my Meet My Little Siblings video I did back in February, I mentioned the coronavirus. Even down to the Christmas holiday. I said in my Christmas video that I will not come back to college until the 4th of January. Well, even that got extended. I didn't come back until the 18th of January. So annoying. Even college has been very different. Not as many people as before, because they've had to separate. Last time I was in class, I was the only student there. On the 24th of January, I had to have my vaccine because of my condition. I got to have it early. I've got my next one on the 18th. Sorry, I just forgot for a moment. On the 8th of March, I had to have a test because I had a temperature. I had to do that thing where you stick the cotton swab up your nose. I'm glad it wasn't a plastic one, but it was still horrible because I didn't get help. I had to do it on my own. First time, I had to pull it out halfway through because it was making me sneeze, and it was making my eyes water and making me sweat. Afterwards, I had to wait in the front. I got chatting with Lone Ski while I was waiting for the woman to decide my fate, but thankfully it came back negative. And the day carried on like normal. It was the talk of the day for my family. But then I had to do another test on the 24th of March, because on the 19th, I came into contact with someone who didn't have it at the time, but then they got it later on. I had to do that nose thing again, exact same thing, sneezing, sweating, and eyes watering. I had to take the rest of the week off. Overall though, from watching Bob's Burgers have an advert about it, and South Park having episodes based on it, I haven't watched the episode fully, but I did watch the last minute of it on the telly. The amount of video calls and virtual lessons too. Other family members have had it, and now they've just really fed up of hearing people talking about it on the radio and telly. It's really getting on my nerves. I can't wait for it to be all over. You know, I don't think we're going to get anyone who's going to say that this year and last year was a good year. I even said it in my Christmas video, 2021 isn't going to be any better. People were celebrating 2020 like it was over. It's not. Apparently China is making eating wild animals illegal now after that, which is good. Pricks. Even Story Booth and Kid Icarus and Unis Honest spoke about it too. Oh, and by the way, there was something else I forgot. The cotton swab was also making me cough as well. Now, even though that's the end of that story, we're still not finished yet. Because this is episode 20 of the series, I'm going to be giving you some extra points to previously told stories, going all the way back to episode 1, my prom story. I mentioned how what happened to me was like the Ed, and Eddie film, how the people who used to bully me said well done to me as well. And I thought that was really nice, how these group of older boys who had never had a nice thing to say put our history aside for that one moment to congratulate me for something I didn't even think would realistically happen to me. But anyway, episode 17, my birthdays. I said in the video that I couldn't remember my 10th birthday very well. Well, one day I was just doing my thing, minding my own business, when it just suddenly popped in my head like click. I remember now. So my 10th birthday, after saying to my mum that I'm no longer 9 because I was really excited to be in my double digits, I opened my presents. I got a Frankenstein operation, some sliding bullet shaped thingies, and my brother Blake got me a cardboard box with a load of chocolates and sweets. Later we went bowling too. The very next day, on the 10th of February, because of the hamper that Blake got me, I was sick all over my bed. Now I would say what a sick birthday, but the thing is, it happened the next day, so it's not really a sick birthday anyway. On my 16th birthday, we also went KFC. Forgot to mention that. The only reason why I remember now, because there was a picture. Anyway, my 19th birthday, 2 days after releasing my birthdays video, the story time, I woke up with the message from my brother, dad, and even a Google notification saying happy birthday to me. I got up, had my breakfast. Mum and Dad got me an American chocolates hamper, and Chloe got me a PlayStation 4 remote light, which I'll show you later. My auntie thought it was Freddie's birthday. Freddie's birthday is 4 days after mine. I was even wished a happy birthday by the people on Mum's Facebook. I spoke to my nana, she was sound. My oldest siblings and their partners came round, and that rhymed. Blake got me caramel chocolates and rich teas. Wow, he must be rich. Mum didn't make spaghetti like I said she would, but she did make pasta instead. Me and Blake played Jenga together. We had the cake. When everyone told me to blow out the candles, I, by accident, blew it like this. And bloody Blake was making jokes about me going, oh, Marty spit on the cake, COVID. That's another thing. Every time someone sneezes or coughs now, everyone goes under their breath, COVID. But anyway, and when everyone went to bed, I was sat in the living room. I'm sitting in the exact same place as I am now to record this audio. I watched The In-Betweeners. What a birthday. Episode 18, Lost Videos. Nothing too crazy, just that I forgot to mention that I spoke about the South Park Bigger, Longer and Uncooked Songs Worth the Best list in a live stream that you can still see. Episode 19, Unis Honest. Every time I told myself to watch them, I didn't want to because I was getting into different things at the time. And when I was watching one, Freddie was there. He kept making me rewind it over and over because of a funny moment. I had to tell him, Freddie, time is running out. I don't have time for nonsense. And then, a bit later on, Freddie started to watch them, so I had to stay away from him because I didn't want spoilers. My dad was also getting me into Friday night dinner while I was trying to watch them. But you know what? I'm glad he did because I love Friday night dinner. And then when it got deleted, I really didn't want to hear them talking about the deletion. And finally, I would have liked to have come back to hear the disclaimer song. But anyway, so that was episode 20 of Storytime. That was me telling you about COVID-19 or the coronavirus, whatever you want to call it. Every time when you click on a YouTube video now, you get something talking about, you get a bloody thing telling you about it underneath. Even Jaden Animation and Let Me Explain Studios and Jacksepticeye made live streams on it to help it. I think Let Me Explain Studios deleted her announcement video, which again, more deleted videos. Markiplier made a video about it too. It's not just YouTube as well, it's also bloody TikTok. You get a bloody thing. If the video's about COVID, then you're going to get a thing that pops up. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, then share, leave a comment, subscribe and hit the bell icon. And if anyone out there thinks that my videos are crap, let me know why in the comments and hopefully I'll improve. And if you're new to this channel or you've just found it, feel free to subscribe if you want. I'm Marty. Bye. I will see you very soon. I'm out. Happy Easter, everyone.